It's the third Saturday of the month, which means we're back with TVGP's Game Club. I'm your host, Boston. Joining me as always is Moonpir.
Insert horror reference here.
And MusiM.
Hello.
We're here to talk about Slayaway Camp, our latest game. Let's get all of the business out of the way here at the beginning. About the game, released August 29th, 2016. That was the original browser release, and sort of released on literally every platform, sort of trickling out after that. Published and developed by Blue Wizard Digital, who has one of the best websites on the face of the planet, if you want to go check them out. If you're recording this podcast right now, I would not recommend you check it out because it's very loud. Time travel. Metacritic 84, OpenCritic 80. Switch that around. Metacritic 88, OpenCritic 84. Peers for the release date, shockingly, This Is the Police. So I'm not going to go over the peers for this one because we already did that like 2 years ago.
Holy. Scared the crap out of me.
For the audio listeners out there, go check
MusiM
out
just
the
recreated a kill
maybe.
cam from Slayaway Camp.
That was great.
I thought a giant thing was crawling down my monitor, honestly, for a second there, so.
All right, let's ask the question we ask every month. Top of the pile, middle of the pack, or overlooked? Middle of the pack. I feel like it got some coverage because of its
Referential humor.
Yeah, like its riffing style where it's like, oh yeah, I know all of these horror movies.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I've had a friend who has been trying to get me to play this game forever and a day. So.
I do too.
Yeah.
Its name is Giant Bomb.
There you go. Let's cover what platforms we're playing it on. I played it on iOS. Moon, what about you?
Really? You went mobile?
I did. I can play it in bed. You just swipe, man. Super easy.
Wait, do you have a tablet by Apple?
A tablet? No, I do not. I have an iPhone.
Good. Oh, I was going to have to, disown you as a friend then. I played it on Xbox, which is like the Butcher's Cut edition or whatever it is, which is
whatever they call it.
But it's like got so much stuff in it, so much content.
Yeah.
So I played it on Nintendo Switch. But Moon, you're going to disown me as a friend because one, I own an iOS tablet, and two, I really wish I had just gotten it on my phone or a tablet.
Yeah, it plays really well on phone.
MusiM, you like Gundam, so you get a pass. The liking of Gundam makes up for your iOS device.
There you go.
I like how you almost separate the two syllables completely when you say Gundam.
It's
like
a way
like it's a swear.
Secretly swear. I love those Gundam wings.
All right, let's talk about the game itself. What we liked, what we didn't like. Who would like to go first?
I'll go first. What I don't like. Let's start out with the negative, because let's end on the positive at least. Oh my word, it doesn't change enough. It's
yeah.
They add a lot to the game, but not enough to make it interesting. And I'm not saying the game isn't interesting. It reminds me of those puzzles that your parents give you when you're a kid. Here's a sheet of plastic with 9 squares in it. Now rearrange the squares until the picture makes sense and you can't remove the stupid squares. It reminds me of that. Spoiler alert, I used to just snap those things out, rearrange them, and then throw that thing away. It does not add enough. It becomes super repetitive super quickly. And because of the edition I'm playing, maybe, there is so much stuff in there. I was like, I'm just going to do a movie a night. That's all I'm going to do.
Bang out 15 levels.
Yeah, and it didn't go too badly, to be honest. I beat the game. Apparently everything is just falling apart over at MusiM's department.
Sorry, I need to quit fidgeting with things.
Well, and that's one reason why... that's one reason why I didn't get super far into this, because I feel like I got almost to the end of the third movie, and I went to look at how many movies there are, and there's just this giant list, and I was like, well, I don't want to play all of them because the I like that they were constantly trying to add stuff. Like, here's water, here's fire, here are bookshelves and stuff you can knock over, and here's telephones.
And electric fences, and holes that people can fall through, and wood chippers, and
But they all kind of do the same thing. Mm-hmm. Like, they're all kind of, except for the telephones, which I think is kind of cool. They're all kind of just, don't go in this thing, but make sure you send the people into that thing.
Yeah. I'm not going to lie, I beat maybe 7 or 8 of the movies in total. Mm-hmm. And spoiler alert, this is a movement-based game with no actual, action in it. So maybe one of the movies I was watching this week, I was referencing a phone guide while listening to the movie and just looking at my phone going up, down, down, wait, up, left, right, wait, up, right, wait. And just flying my way through Santa's sleigh, all of the stupid bonus stuff, and then you get to the NC-17 stuff, which is once you've beaten all of the movies, you go back to the first movie and play it in NC-17 mode.
That's really good, actually.
Mm-hmm. It's really good. And they also have deleted scenes as well, which is like levels that weren't actually in them originally, but concepts thought of for them. And I think the NC-17 mode has like a chiptune kind of vibe to it. Like it looks and sounds different. But spoiler alert, the mechanics are exactly the same.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing too. They seem to put a lot of emphasis on earning those coins to unlock different killers, but they are the same. And eventually I was just skipping all their like the murder cutaway scenes because they are all kind of just, I wish there was an option for just let me just play the game. Let me just play the puzzles. I don't want all the extra kills and the all that stuff. I just want to do the thing. Just let me do the killing.
So the game does get a little bit old after a while, but it kind of reminded me of like a phone game puzzle game. That's why to me, like the perfect way to play it would be to buy it and just randomly play it throughout the year. And maybe you'll eventually get through the content, but probably not. But the thing that bothered me the most on it was they had all these really, really cool ideas for the UI, but I felt like despite them being good ideas, they were all executed poorly.
It was unreadable in some places, yes.
Yes, it was just very confusing, like especially when you went from like the video shelf, which saying out loud, oh man, that's perfect. That's a cool idea for a screen.
Yeah, the VHS tapes, it's so cool.
And you click on it and it goes to the blue VHS screen, but it's very disorienting. Like I feel like they would have been better putting more time into it, and I realize it doesn't necessarily have, like, it goes from isometric to overhead 2D, so it's not necessarily probably a 3D game, but like I feel like if they put a little effort in that beginning area to have like a movie shelf and then like a TV and VCR that are very clearly over there, and just even having an animation of the video tape going into the TV, I think would have helped that transition to the level menu. But
that's a good point.
Yeah. I don't know if it was a big thing over here, but when I was in college, I liked doing origami and papercraft. I still do. I can still make a crane and a tulip without looking at the instructions.
Nice.
And one of the things that the papercraft side of it I loved was the stupid boxies, which was essentially, weirdly enough, it was Funko Pops before Funko Pops that you made yourself. Because it was just a big square head, tiny little body representation of the person or the character that you want. And it looked exactly like a Funko Pop. Like, I'm not kidding when I say it was Funko Pop before Funko Pop. And this art style, like, that's something I do love about this game is the art style. Like, how it's the big heads, the little bodies, the very Minecraft / boxy
the voxels.
Kind of thing. Yeah. Like, I do love that, but again, it's so repetitive. Like you said, it's like, here's a kill, ha 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 ha, I threw a basketball and I didn't make a 3-pointer, I threw it and knocked a guy's head off.
Right, like they drowned and they got eaten by a shark. And it's like, Okay, like the big selling point from the developers is they wanted to make a puzzle game for people that hate puzzle games, and I think they figured that out, but I feel like one of the most important thing about any puzzle games is this sort of escalation of mechanics, or if you're going to do something like Talos Principle we played on the show, the mechanics are the same. You're just kind of adding additional tools on top of that to kind of flesh out and expand the core mechanic. And I feel like this game, it didn't do that, and with the amount of content it had, it sort of overstayed its welcome with the simplicity. Like if this was just like 4 or 5 movies, I probably would have knocked that out and be like, yeah, all right, that was fun. I spent like $3 on it on mobile, and I had a good time for a couple of days, and it had the right amount of puzzles. But the additional content just feels like it's not milking it, but it's just so much of the same thing.
Is it bleeding it dry?
Oh,
well, and like I noticed too, like the levels I enjoyed the most were shorter ones. The levels I disliked the most were the ones where I had to do something incredible. Like there was this one level where you had to get a character to run like 4 or 5 times before you could complete the level. And that's just an annoying, frustrating experience, even with like a rewind button. And it didn't help that, I don't know if your versions had this, but whenever, you die, you can hit the rewind button and go back to the previous move. Well, sometimes the version I was playing would glitch, and you would still be playing, but then it would start running the credits over you playing, even though you rewound.
Oh,
that's weird.
Yeah, and it happened. It happened fair. Like if you play the game for half an hour, it will happen to you at some point if you were using that function.
Huh?
Wow.
So most of the time, I just took the time to restart the level, which was more seconds out of my time playing it. But
Yep.
Overall, I felt it was cute and enjoyable. It does feel like the developer's first outing in a way, because it feels very rough around the edges, just in a lot of the presentation and the way it tries to communicate with you, the player, and teach you things. I do appreciate that at least with every new mechanic they introduce, they at least give you an easy training level to see what the mechanic is.
Yeah, they do that really well.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. Like the shorter levels, I really liked. One of the last movies has got electric fences and light switches, and the SWAT cops who shoot you if you go stop in front of them.
Right.
So it's this constant, like, you've got to do the loop around the level where it's like, hit the light switch, go down, kill somebody, go back, hit the light switch again, scare somebody into the electric fence, while all at the same time avoiding stopping in front of these cops. It's just like, go away.
Yeah. Well, and it's interesting from a design standpoint, because it's kind of nice that there's only really one solution to a level, but it's a little bit frustrating that I wish there was those levels every once in a while where it's like, I finished this in a way that I'm not sure is the intended way, but I kind of got through it and that felt pretty good. But
yeah,
not that type of game, I don't think.
Yeah. With what you said earlier, I think it was you, Boston, on the coin system, or maybe it's both of you.
Yeah.
I really didn't enjoy the currency system at all. I didn't like the in-level cinematics where you just had to time it. Like, they were easy and innocent enough, but they still felt like a waste of time.
It didn't. I felt like that part didn't fit. Where it's like, there was something that really rubbed me wrong about those end level, like the moving bar, tap the screen thing. Like that just. I think you put it the right way. That it just felt like a waste of time. Where it's like, why am I doing this again for coins that I'm never going to use?
Well, as an achievement hunter, let me tell you all about how I need those coins and how if you give me your coins, that would be greatly appreciated. Because literally, there's an achievement for unlocking every single gore pack in the game.
Oh boy!
And I beat the game. Well, beat the main storyline of the game, and I still have like 9 more gore packs to unlock, and 12 more killers to unlock from the killer box.
Wow.
Yeah, that's 12,000 total coins needed just for the killers,
Jeez.
let alone the core packs. I will say, I love the achievements in this. Like, specifically, I love referential achievements. I've said it before. If you make a reference to something, and I will adore it forever. Shout out to Supermarket Shriek for...
I was just going to ask if it was just another Tuesday.
Yes. That kind of achievement are just chef's kisses all around. And this is just full of horror references.
Yeah.
Like, it's literally just, here's an achievement. It's called Prince of Darkness or My Bloody Valentine or whatever.
Great.
And then my most recent achievement, which is ironic, was for unlocking the gore pack called Juice, which is Blender related. And the achievement is called Blend It Like Beckham.
Yep, that's good. I'll take it.
Sure, why not? Make stupid jokes. I'm fine with that. Just
Love it.
keep doing it. Slay it again, Sam.
Yep, there we go.
Yeah.
Another winner.
So I'll tell you something I would have really enjoyed more with the gore packs and the extra characters. Especially in a game that's a puzzle game like this where weird things could happen. I think like the extra character, like they should have gotten rid of the coin system. Maybe that was present in the phone game because they had like a free-to-play type system with it or something where you could buy coins. But if you just threw that out and said, okay, you know what? If you play this level and beat this level within a certain number of moves, you unlock this killer. If you play this level and like make this character run all the way over to this corner where they end up in a blender, then you unlock the blender gore cutscene.
Gotcha.
Like, I feel like that would have been a more rewarding play because it would encourage players.
Yeah, challenge or progress based unlocks rather than stupid coins. Because, spoiler alert, I have got like all of the gore packs to do, all of the killers to unlock, and then the only other achievement I need is the kill 666 people achievement, called Number of the Best, by the way. That achievement.
That's pretty good.
And I am it doesn't track the number of kills in the game.
Oh, of course.
Well, the Xbox sure does. So,
okay.
According to my friends list leaderboard, I am number one of 2 friends who have played this game, and I have 495 kills.
All right.
I've still got 100 and change to go. That's fine. I'll just play my way through. And then once I'm done unlocking that achievement, I'm just going to go the Faces of Killed, which is a super deep reference for those who are like internet old like we are.
Yeah.
And guess what Faces of Killed is if you haven't tried it?
Oh no, what is it?
It's literally that end cutscene where you stop the thing, you hit the button to stop the thing, over and over and over and over and over again with no levels.
Oh, weird.
And the bar gets smaller and smaller and smaller as you do it.
Okay. That makes sense.
So it's a test of wisdom. I don't know what the Mortal Kombat test would be.
Test of might.
Yes. Okay, yeah. Might is button mashing. I don't know which one would be the skill-based one.
Yeah, man, I don't remember.
I mean, the presentation is good. Like, I love the art style. The gameplay is good at first.
The references are good. Like the voxel-based movie covers are good. Like Voxel Jaws is great.
Yeah,
like,
just when you thought it was safe to return to Slayaway Camp. Yeah, because everybody thinks it's safe to go back there.
That's right.
I do love the menus and stuff. Like MusiM was saying, like there's a lot of really good presentation in there. It doesn't execute well, but there's a lot of good stuff there. My personal favorite thing is, did you guys ever go into the settings?
I don't think so.
Settings, like the pause menu, like that thing.
I feel like I did.
Yeah, there is a slider for sliders.
Yes, I did see that.
And then if you turn that up, it gives you more options.
Yep, I really liked turning the slider all the way up. Gives you like 15 more sliders. It's like, all right, you got me. That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's stupid, dumb stuff like that. It's like, okay. There are parts about this game that I genuinely enjoy, and then there is parts I don't. It's a very average game. Like, it's right in the middle. Don't get me wrong, it's no below.
It's fine.
It's no below, but it's definitely right in the middle for me.
Yeah. I mean, it's a solid puzzle game, and it's... I feel like if you don't like puzzle games, it's probably fun, and it's probably challenging enough, but I'm not sure... that this would push someone into. It's not like The Binding of Isaac for puzzle games, where it's like, great, here's a subgenre I really like. What are my next steps? I feel like this might be a game that people play and go, yeah, okay, I'm good. I've had enough.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah. To me, this is also why this is like it's not a bad game at the end of the day, and it's enjoyable in a lot of ways. But it's
don't buy the console version; it's too expensive on the consoles.
Yeah.
How much is it on console?
Like $15.
Eesh. Yeah. Okay.
On phone, I assume it's just like $5 or less or something.
I think it was like $2.99.
See, that's perfect. To me, that's the perfect price. You get it on your phone. You don't play it like a console game. You just play it like a phone game that you play every once in a while.
Listening to a lot of podcasts.
Yeah. I think it's perfect. Like, you don't play it like Moon and I play Marvel Strike Force or something.
No, right. Nobody should. Let's just get this out of the way. Nobody should play games the way we play Marvel Strike Force.
That's right.
It's unhealthy to play games the way we play that game.
Yeah. But, just like how phone games used to be, where you just have here's a thing I play for 15 minutes a day at most, or something like that.
Swipe a little bit, puzzle game. Yeah. All right, well, that's our coverage here of Slayaway Camp, so let's talk about our next game. Normally, I would ask the patrons, or I'd feed this into random.org, and it would just spit out a game, but
we forgot to do the vote this month. Come on, Boston, let's at least admit that much.
No, I didn't forget, because we're still in the middle of a global pandemic, and money's tight, and, we might not be... necessarily want to play any of the games that the randomizer would choose, so we chose one. And Moon actually suggested one that wasn't on our list that I think really clicked with all three of us thanks to a recent Xbox Series X trailer, and that is Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines on PC. The much beloved cult classic game. Our recommendation would probably be at GOG.com. It seems to be $10 right now. It's on a 50% off sale. And it looks like the mod that MusiM has been running is the ModDB mod VTMB unofficial patch. For anyone that maybe doesn't know about this game, it launched in sort of a rough way about 20 years ago, and over time, people have fixed it and improved it and restored some cut content and all that sort of stuff.
It got the Cold Classic treatment. It got the Alpha Protocol, the Knights of the Old Republic, the Half-Life treatment.
Don't worry, this one's on us. We'll take care of it. So that looks like the version of the patch to kind of fix and improve and smooth all the edges there. So we're going to take
I just thought of a really dumb question. Does it have controller support?
No.
I just looked that up and it does not.
I figured.
So I've never beaten this game. I've just played the first area many times over the last 20 years. The reason it doesn't have controller support is because whenever you interact with the computer in the game, you're using the actual keyboard.
Okay. Cool. I like that. All right, so next month's game is going to be Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. And we will see you all next month. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.